Hello students, in previous class I have explained to you about NCERT examples, general characteristics of arthropoda. Today class I am going to explain mainly whatever the information required to solve the MCQs. Okay, so in your material also some extra points have been given, so that only I am going to discuss here now. So there are actually 6 classes that belongs to phylum Arthropoda. See, once again I am just telling you that class names you don't have to remember, but at least important things to solve the objectives, whatever the things I am teaching over here, that you just revise and remember for solving the MCQs. So it will cover almost all the points. So now classes under phylum Arthropoda. First class name I am writing. First class is class Onychophora. Class Onychophora. Onychophora. Example. See here, few examples, whatever I am just telling you over here, it will be not this year or it may not appear, but next year also this particular example in connecting link, we are going to study few examples over there. There you have to remember. So NCERT ida varshanaga iddadunu ಮುಂದಿನ ವರ್ಷನಾಗೂ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ information next year ಗೂ helpful ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ you have to remember what exactly the points I am teaching over here. Few extra examples that you have to remember for solving MCQs. Now first of all, class Onychophora. Example, Peripatus. Peripatus. This is the example. It is a connecting link between. It is a connecting link between phylum Annelida and Arthropoda. Annelida and Arthropoda. Now, what is this connecting link? What exactly the meaning of connecting link? In the sense, it will also show some Annelida characteristics and Arthropoda characteristics. Hence, it is called to be a connecting link. That means after mainly the Annelida, Arthropoda evolved like that. So, Annelida characteristics in the mainly the Peripatus is it will be having mainly the parapodia. I think you are remembering about Annelida. Parapodia like characteristics. Parapodia for locomotion. Okay, parapodia for locomotion purpose. And they have unjointed structures, unjointed appendages. Like this. Okay. Now Arthropoda characteristics, open circulatory system. Arthropoda characteristics, open circulatory system is found. Okay. Open circulatory system is found in Peripatus. That's why it is called to be. It is having Annelida character also and even the Arthropoda characteristics. Hence it is called to be a connecting link between Annelida and Arthropoda. Okay. Now next class Crustacea. Class Crustacea. These are aquatic arthropods. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, aquatic arthropods. Then here they have 5 pairs of legs. 5 pairs of legs. The body is divisible into cephalothorax and abdomen. Cephalothorax ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? cephalo ಅಂದ್ರೆ head, thorax ಇವೆರಡು ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, and abdomen. Body is divisible into cephalothorax and abdomen. Okay, 5 pairs of legs. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಟರಿ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ in aquatic forms, gills. Excretory organ, excretion over here through green gland, or we also call it as antennary gland. Green gland or antennal gland. or antennary gland. At the base of antenna we will find it. Okay, then ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Example from the crustacea. Oligophora ಒಳಗೆ ಒಂದ example ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ, peripatus. Now class crustacea example cancer, commonly we call it as crab. Crab ನೋಡಿರಬಹುದು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. Okay, next is prawn. Prawn which is edible, you are knowing. Prawn, it is a freshwater forms are called as a prawn. Little difference is there in their shape. Prawn and shrimps. Shrimps are usually marine water forms. Okay, both are edible only, so that belongs to mainly the crustacea. Cancer, prawn, shrimps. Another example I am talking about, hermit crab. This example you matte next year ಒಳಗೆ ಕಲಿತೀರಿ, hermit crab. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ it is having little importance here. Hermit crab, just I will write over here, and the sea anemone. Sea anemone we have studied in Nidaria example. Adamsia another other. This hermit crab will be present in the broken shell of mollusk. ಈ ತರ shell broke ಆಗಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಅದರೊಳಗಿನ hermit crab ಇರ್ತದೆ. This is hermit crab ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. This is hermit crab. Okay, this is hermit crab, where it is present in the broken molluscan shell. Broken mollusk shell. Mollusk shell. This is not always, remember. Either always irangilla. It is a facultative association. I am talking about facultative means not compulsorily always this hermit crab is present in the broken shell of the mollusk. Idu irಬಹುದು ee thara irtade. Idr melgade Adamsia, if you are remembering, ee thara Adamsia will be present. Andre sea anemone. Adamsia. Andre sea anemone is attached to the broken shell of the mollusk. It is a sedentary form, polyp form, if you are remembering. Okay, so it will be present over here this way. If you see the diagram in the Adamsia diagram, nodirbodu ನೀವು image nodirbodu NCERT book ಒಳಗೆ. So ಇದು hermit crab ada, ಇದು broken shell of the mollusk ಇದೆ, and this is Adamsia will be present. This kind of association is called to be commensalism. This is the example for commensalism. ಇದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, commensalism. In the sense, here there will be two animals together, one will get benefit and other one neither it will get benefit nor get harmed. Okay, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇದರ ಜೊತೆ ಇರೋದು ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಇರ್ತಾವೆ animals, ಬಟ್ ಒಂದು ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಂತೂ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ hermit crab will start moving in the water. Along with that, Adamsia will also move because it is actually a sedentary form. This Adamsia will get variety of food and hermit crab will get protected because Adamsia produces a bad odor, and that's why it will not get mainly attacked by mainly the predators. Is it clear? So this is the example for commensalism. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಬುಕ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲಿಸಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡೂ ಗೆಟ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟೆಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೇಟಿವ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಬ್ಲಿಗೇಟರಿ. ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೇಟಿವ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಬ್ಲಿಗೇಟರಿ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್. ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಇದೇ ತರ ಇರ್ತದಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ತರ ಇದ್ರೂ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದರ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನು, commensalism. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟೆಡ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಹಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ commensalism. Okay, so Adamsia will not get harmed or not get benefited also. Sometimes it will not get benefited, right? So ಆ ತರ ಇದ್ದದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕರೀತೀವಿ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ commensalism. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಕ್ರಸ್ಟೇಷಿಯಾ ಒಳಗೆ ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಪಾಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇದು. 5 pairs of legs ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಬಾಡಿ is divisible into cephalothorax and abdomen. Respiration occurs through gills. Excretory organs are either green gland or antennary gland. And examples Crab, prawn, shrimps and hermit crab are the examples which belongs to this particular class. Okay, now let us study the next class, class Myriapoda. Actually in some reference books it has been considered to be the separate classes. Okay, like Chilipoda and Diplopoda. In some reference books, Myriapoda is a class and order in that Chilipoda and Diplopoda it is considered, or subclass it is considered as a Chilipoda and Diplopoda. But here now, Myriapoda under class only, I am just explaining here. Chilipoda example, centipede. I think you will be knowing it is also called as a 100-leggers. Commonly it is called as 100-leggers. 100 now Kannada olage jari ante karitivi adu. It will be having the head bears poisonous claws. Okay, the head bear poisonous claws. It is not harmful to human being. It is not much harmful to the human. The poison in the human being is affect agangilla. Okay, but it may enter in your, if you are not aware, and it may enter in your ear or anything, that may cause actually a problem. So 100-leggers, poisonous claws and abdomen bear a single pair jointed appendages, single pair of legs. Okay, single pair of legs. Okay, abdomen bear a single pair of legs. Diplopoda example millipede. I think you all have studied this in your school level. Millipede, mainly it will be having two pairs of legs in the abdomen. Two pairs of legs will be there in the abdomen. Okay, and you must have studied this for your mainly the response to stimuli lesson. When you touch it, it will form into rolling, it will become rolled, and it can even locomote by rolling also. So millipede, it is called as a having two pairs of legs. Okay, so class Myriapoda example I told, in that order maybe, or this is considered as a separate classes also. Chilipoda example centipede and Diplopoda example millipede. It is also called 1,000-leggers. It is also called as 1,000-leggers. Okay, so there are abdomen bear two pairs of legs. Okay, next class is class Arachnida. And here the abdomen may be more, the abdominal segments are more. Class Arachnida, here there will be 4 pairs of legs. Okay, it bears 4 pairs of legs. Respiration in Arachnida occurs through book lungs. And excretion here, it occurs through coxal glands. Okay. Example for class Arachnida, scorpion. Okay, I have told you here pedipalp and chelicerae will be present. Okay, pedipalp ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4 type structure ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. So ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರಬೇಕು scorpion ಗೂ ಈ ತರ for mainly holding the prey and all it will be present. And it will be having also at a tail region there will be a poisonous gland, and scorpion can bite human being, and it is poison will be present in it. So scorpion, just I am writing here spider, ticks, mites. Okay, so these are all examples for Arachnida. Class Arachnida ಏನೇನ ಬಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು 4 pairs of legs ಇರ್ತಾವ. Respiration by book lungs, excretion through the coxal glands, and examples scorpion, spider, ticks and mites. Now let me explain about the next class. It is class Merostomata. They are also called chelicerae because they bear chelicerae. and it is mainly the animal belonging to this particular class were similar like a fossils of arthropoda. What we call the fossils? Trilobites, I told you. So Berostomata, example Limulus. Example Limulus. Commonly we call it as, these are mainly living fossils. Fossil forms, they are mainly the structure is similar like a fossils of the arthropods. So hence they are called as a living fossil. Example is Limulus. Already I have told you we commonly call it as king crab. We commonly call it as king crab. Idakke horseshoe crab antu karitare anta helide. Next is class, very important, class Insecta. Class Insecta. It is also called as Insecta, or we also call it as Hexapoda. Hexapoda because 6 legs irtava, 3 pairs of legs. Okay, class Insecta, they have 3 pairs of legs. Pairs of legs. And insects having wings. Almost all the insects possesses wings. 2 pairs of wings. 2 pairs. Okay, these wings. So just I am just showing you and the body of the insect is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. Head, thorax and abdomen. The body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. One thing you insect ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು head region ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು thoracic region ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, and this is the abdominal region. ಇದು abdomen ಇದೆ. Okay, head bear usually antenna, simple eye, compound eyes ಅತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ antenna ಇರ್ತಾವ. Antenna also are sensory organs ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದೀವಿ ನಾವು. Okay, then this is the head region. ಇದು head ಅದ. This is thorax, and this is abdomen. Okay, thorax bear 3 segments. Thorax ಒಳಗೆ 3 segment ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ prothorax. ಇದು just information, again you will understand all these things because if you see we study the cockroach. Prothorax, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ mesothorax and ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ metathorax. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ again you are going to study everything in practical part. Whenever you are drawing this, and you should also remember legs are always thoracic legs over here. Okay, insect ಒಳಗೆ legs thoracic region ಇಂದ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. So these are all jointed, right? Jointed ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಈ ತರ joints ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು arthropoda ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So this is called as prothoracic leg, mesothoracic leg and metathoracic leg. ಒಂದ ಸೈಡ್ ನಾನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಇದೇ ತರ. Okay, mesothoracic, metathoracic legs. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ how many leg pairs of legs ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 3 pairs of legs are present over here. Another very important thing we should remember, wings. Wings always we should, this is prothorax I told you, no? So the wings will be arise only from the mesothorax and the metathorax. Okay, insects ಒಳಗೆ wings ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ prothorax ಇಂದ wings ತೋರಿಸಬಾರದು, mesothorax and metathoracic wings will be present. So 2 pairs of wings which are there that will arise from meso and the meta. So that's why because of the wings they have an aerial mode of adaptation. They can even fly in the air. Abdomen also bears the segments, abdominal segments irthav. Adke insect is just a typical insect I am showing you here. So it will be having the body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. This is the largest class which belongs to the arthropoda. So I told you largest phylum andre arthropoda anta helidde. Ade thara actually there will be around 9 lakhs different species belongs to arthropoda. Out of that 7.5 or maybe 8 lakhs of species belongs to class Insecta only. So there are such a variety of insects will be present and that belongs to class Insecta or Hexapoda. So important characteristics ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. insect ಒಳಗೆ 3 pairs of legs ಇರ್ತದೆ, body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen and 2 pairs of wings will be there. Exception wingless insect ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, now what are the, already we have studied few economically important insects in the previous class. I have told you apis andre honeybee. Okay, economically important insects ಒಳಗೆ ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, economically important insects ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು apis andre honeybee ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Just little interesting information I will just tell you over here. Honeybees are also called as social insects. Honeybees are also called as social insects. Why they are called as social insects ಅನ್ನೋದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. There is division of labor will be present. Division of labor is present in the honeybees. They mainly the work of, particularly they are mainly together they will be present. They form their colonies. You must have seen the beehives. Beehives ಒಳಗೆ thousands together, mainly the honeybees will be present, and these honeybees have been assigned a particular work. They will perform the work of the beehive. There are 3 different types of honeybees will be there. First one is queen honeybee. Queen will be there. Okay, then drone and worker. Okay, worker honeybees. Honeybees ಒಳಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ social insects ಅಂತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ they mainly perform the different functions of the beehive. Okay, so I was just telling you about economically important insect, that is apis or honeybee. Why it is also called as a social insect. Social insects are even termites. Okay, ants are also the examples for the social insects. Here also there is division of labor will be there. I'm just explaining about the honeybee, why they are called as a social insect. I have taken as an example. Queen honeybee irtade. This, it is a fertile female. Okay, she is a fertile female, and the work of the queen is only mating purpose and laying eggs. She will only lay eggs. Laying eggs is the work of queen. Drone is male. Okay, and it is fertile male irtade. But another important thing, it is formed from the unfertilized egg in the form agirtade. It is formed from the unfertilized egg, and this process is called as parthenogenesis anta karitare idakke. Parthenogenesis, genesis. We'll also understand this all in second year. Parthenogenesis in the sense they are formed from the unfertilized egg. Okay, queen will mate with the drone. Okay, and during that, when there will be, you are going to study everything in detail. If I tell you about the haploid, diploid number, will not understand. But unfertilized ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, eggs ಏನಿರ್ತಾವ fertilize ಆಗಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. But ಆ unfertilized egg ಇಂದನೇ ಈ drone form ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸದ್ಯ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. So that is called as a parthenogenesis. Okay. Next, worker honeybees ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, they are sterile females. Worker honeybees are sterile females, and they have mainly the idukku queen gunu mainly the stinging irtade, sting irtade, idukku sting irtade, and worker honeybees gunu sting irtade. Poison will be present. Okay, it can sting you if you are just maybe irritate them, and they are mainly, the main function of the worker honeybee is they will collect the nectar. Collecting the nectar, then mainly the secretion of bee wax, feeding the larva. Okay, feeding the larval forms, then constructing the beehive. Andre ella kelsa worker honeybees ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾವ. Okay, worker honeybee will mainly carry out all the function of the colony, feeding the young larvas. Even they will feed the larva with the royal jelly anta karitare idake, royal jelly. Okay, royal jelly. And when they feed the one particular larva with the royal jelly, that larva further it will develop into a queen. Okay, ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ larvaಗೆ normal food ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, but for prolonged period of time when they feed with the royal jelly, that only, because it will contain a proteinaceous thing, and that only make the female fertile. Okay, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಲಿತೀರಿ. In practical also you are going to study about this all. So queen honeybee will be formed from the larva when it is fed with royal jelly. Okay, who will feed this all? Worker honeybees only will feed the drones, drone larva, even the larva, and then other all larvas also. then also cleaning the beehive, okay, then collecting the nectar, collecting the and secretion of the honey, then also I told you bee wax, secretion of the bee wax, that all work is assigned to the worker honeybee only. That's why I told you drone kelsa ena mating with the queen, queen kelsa ena mating as well as laying the eggs. Bere ella ya kelsanu drone madangilla. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೋಶಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಾಲನಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಈಗ ನಾವು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೇಬರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಟು ಯು ಇನ್ ದ ಪೋರಿಫೆರಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಅ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಓಕೆ and that's why it is called as a colon ಅಂದ್ರೆ mainly the cellular level of organization ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ division of labor is seen ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿನ division of labor ಯಾಕೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬಿ ಹೈವ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಏನು ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಲನಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಸೊ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಸೈನ್ ಟು ದ ಈಚ್ ಒನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸೊ ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ವರ್ಮ್ ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ಮಾತ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೇರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ mainly the for silk purpose. Then we have seen about the lassie fur, that is for lac insect we commonly called, that is mainly economically important. Yesterday I have explained to you what extraction of the lac is done and it is having an economic value. In the bit ಇನ್ನೊಂದು economically important insect ಅದೇ ಇದನ್ನ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ cochineal insect. Cochineal insect ಏನಿದೆ from this cochineal insect crimson dye, okay, crimson dye ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ red dye is mainly extracted from it. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ crush ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರ red color in dye ಬರ್ತದೆ and this dye is used for coloring the food also, food items, and even for mainly it is used for cosmetic manufacturing of cosmetics. Extra information, cochineal insect apart from your NCERT examples I have told you. Okay, the dye is extracted from this insects. Okay, termites and ants are also called as social insects along with apis or honeybee. Then rearing of honeybees is called as apiculture for mainly the commercial purpose. Rearing of the silk moth, okay, for getting the silk is called sericulture. Okay, so that is also one of the good industries in Karnataka also, and even in other all parts of our India. Okay, they are involved in mainly the apiculture and sericulture industries are also present. So I was just explaining about the insect class insecta. Okay, many examples, but little important examples I am telling you here. Other than NCERT, I told wingless insect. Remember this Lepisma. Okay, wingless insect is called Lepisma. Commonly we call it as silverfish. Commonly we call it as silverfish. Now, household pest which mainly damage our things. Example: cockroach, cricket, termite. Okay, cockroach, cricket, and termite, which are household pests. Pollinators, insects which act as a pollinators. Examples helps in pollination: bees, wasp, beetle, moth, butterflies. Okay, even another important thing I am just telling you here. In your NCERT examples, they are not mentioned about the prawn, butterfly, but the diagram or image is given over there, so you should be able to, you can easily make out that things. Okay, so beetle, moth, and butterflies. Now let me explain the mouth parts in insects. Very important here. They are modified for different purpose. Okay, but the basic structure remains the same. Okay, the basic similarity is there, and such kind of a thing we call it as the modifications, but the functions are different. They are modified to carry out the different functions, but the basic structure remains the same. Such thing we call it as a homologous organs. Analogous in the sense, okay, they have a different structures. Okay, they have a different structure, means they are morphologically different structures. Structurally they have a different structures will be there, but they will perform same function, similar function. Athara adak now analogous anta kariti. So next year ನೀವು homologous ಮತ್ತು analogous organs ಕಲಿತಿರಿ evolution lesson ಒಳಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರ ಸಂಬಂಧ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Mouth parts in insects, okay, are called as a homologous organs. They have a basic similar structures like mandible, maxilla, athara ella mouth parts irtava, but they are modified to carry out different functions. For example, biting and chewing type. Ille nane gottagbodu chew matta bite ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, cut ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ mandibles irtava. Example: cockroach and grasshopper. Next is ಪಿಯರ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಕ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಪ್. ಪಿಯರ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪೆನಿಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಸಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಕ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಆ ತರ ಮಾಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೊಬಾಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಲಾಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಈ ತರ ನಿಡಿಲ್ಗತ್ತೆ. Okay, that is piercing and sucking type of mouth part which is present in the mosquito bug also even. Siphonic type andra it is mainly bent like this. Itara bend ಆಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ the mouth part, that is called as siphonic type of the mouth part. It is present in the butterfly and the moth. Moth ಮತ್ತು butterflies ಒಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Sponging type of the mouth part ಅಂದ್ರೆ sucking and also for lapping ಅಂದ್ರೆ drinking purpose. Example, housefly. Okay, housefly. ನಿಮಗೆ at least ನೀವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಯಾವ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೌತ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅವ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಈಚ್. Biting and chewing type, cockroach. Piercing and sucking, mosquito. Siphoning, butterfly. Sponging, mainly I told you housefly. Okay, sponging type, housefly. Next, chewing and lapping type. Lapping ಅಂದ್ರೆ drinking ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ, honeybee. Chewing and lapping type of mouth parts present in the honeybee. So you have to also remember these are homologous. Okay, homologous organs. Example for the mouth parts in insect is for the homologous organ. Idu nenapitkobeku. Next, let me explain about the metamorphosis in insects, and this is causing insects. Okay. Now see here, let us see about the type of metamorphosis. I told you what is metamorphosis: transforming from larva to adult or pupa to adult. Okay, that process we call it as a metamorphosis. Okay, so that means egg will not directly hatch. There will be a larval stage will be present, and it will metamorphose into an adult. So such a thing we call it as metamorphosis. There are different types of metamorphosis are there in the insects. Let us see about this. Ametabolous or without metamorphosis. Ametabolous, means without. Okay, ametabolous or without metamorphosis. Example, lepisma. Okay, lepisma, silverfish avale ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ egg ಇರ್ತದೆ, young one will be there which resembles the adult. It is a wingless insect. Young ones will be very very tiny. Okay, and that resembles the adult only. So that's why it is called as a ametabolous type. Hence it is called as ametabolous type of metamorphosis. Young one which will be there, no, which resemble the adult. Hence it is called as ametabolous type of metamorphosis. Next is parametabolic or metabolous, or we also call it as gradual metamorphosis. Parametabolic or gradual metamorphosis. Example for this is cockroach and grasshopper. Okay, here the stages will be egg, nymph and adult. Illene stage irtava nodri, egg irtade, nymph irtade and adult. Nymph is also called as young one, we can say. Here it differs in its structurally differs. Okay, structurally different irtade, and the nymph stages are there, no, which is structurally different. Take an example for cockroach itself. Nymph stage olaga wing irangilla cockroach ige. Okay, nymph lacks mainly the wings, but whereas the adult form they be having a wings. Okay, show presence of the wing. Okay, that means that's why I told you structurally they differ. Okay, such kind of metamorphosis is called gradual metamorphosis. अथवा ಅದಕ್ಕೆ parametabolic type of metamorphosis ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. Next is hemimetabolous or incomplete metamorphosis. Hemimetabolous or incomplete metamorphosis. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿರ್ತದೆ stages egg, naiads ಅಥವಾ young one ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, where larval stages are called as a naiads, and adult or imago. Here it differs in both mode of life as well as structure. Structure ಒಳಗೂ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಮೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ನಾಗೂ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಮೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ larva will be aquatic and adult is terrestrial. Mode of life, larva is aquatic ಇರ್ತದೆ, ನೀರೊಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, and adult ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ mainly it is terrestrial. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ಥರ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ಲೇ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. Okay, that's why they are called to be hemimetabolous or incomplete metamorphosis. Example for this is dragonflies, mayfly ಅಂತನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. dragonfly and mayfly are the example of incomplete or hemimetabolous type. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ದಿನಲ್ಲ ಅವಷ್ಟೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೀವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಸಾಕು. ಅಮೆಟಾಬೋಲಸ್ ಒಂದೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅದ ಲೆಪಿಸ್ನ. parametabolic or gradual metamorphosis cockroach ಒಂದನ್ನ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. hemimetabolous dragonfly ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ both structurally and mode of life they are different. And last is complete metamorphosis, or we also call it as holometabolous type. Holo on the complete, right? Here the stages, life history what stages in egg, larva, pupa and adult. Okay, there will be stages of egg, larva, pupa and adult. Such type of metamorphosis is called complete metamorphosis. Example, silkworm, butterfly, etc. Okay. So this is all about the metamorphosis where the transformation occurs in different types of one example nenapitkobeku. Next, coming to the disease causing insects. Yesterday we have seen few have been given in your NCERT book, that is Anopheles causes malaria. Positive agent in Plasmodium vivax nodirbeku the protozoan ide. Okay, Plasmodium vivax is a protozoan. Next year nimage human health and disease lesson irtade, alli protozoan, bacterial disease, viral disease ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಲಿತೀರಿ. At least ಇಲ್ಲಿ some basic information you must remember about this. Anopheles disease caused is malaria and mainly causative agent is Plasmodium. Plasmodium ಒಳಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ strains ಇರ್ತಾವ. Plasmodium vivax ಇದೆ, falciparum ಇದೆ ಆತರ. But at least Plasmodium ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, protozoa. Okay. Next, Aedes, ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. It causes yellow fever, chikungunya, dengue fever ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. Yellow fever ಹೇಳಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Yellow fever ಯಾಕಂತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ jaundice ಗತೆ yellowish coloration ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದು Aedes yellow fever, it is mainly causative agent is virus. So it is a viral disease. Okay, dengue nu virus ಇಂದ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, chikungunya nu viral ಇಂದ spread ಆಗ್ತದೆ, but vector is mosquito. ಇಲ್ಲಿ mosquito will carry this virus and if it bites a person then it is transferred, right? Next, coming to the Culex. Culex example, filariasis. Okay, sorry, disease causes filariasis or elephantiasis. Illi Wuchereria bancrofti, if you are remembering, Wuchereria bancrofti, it is a nematode. So nematode disease yadadandre which carried by Culex mosquito. Okay, so Culex mosquito is a vector which carry this Wuchereria bancrofti and spread the disease name is filariasis. Okay. Next, coming to the sassafly, T is silent over here. Sassafly, it is called as mainly causes African sleeping sickness. Sleeping sickness here the person becomes inactive completely, can't move out from his bed, like that the weakness occurs, hence it is called as a sleeping sickness. And it is mainly spread by the Trypanosoma. Trypanosoma is also again a protozoa. Trypanosoma gambians and karitara. Next is mainly sandfly. It causes a disease called Kala Azar. Okay, the disease caused by it is called as Kala Azar. I think in school level you must have studied this. And mainly the positive agent is Leishmania donovani and karitara idakke. Just Leishmania nenapitkonಡ್ರು ಸಾಕು. It is a protozoan again. It is a protozoa. Next comes the rat flea. This is eradicated totally. Already it has been eradicated. It will not spread down. It is not found anywhere. Flea or rat flea we call. Rat ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದು. It causes bubonic plague. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರಬೇಕು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ Xenopsilla ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Flea is called as Xenopsilla and Pasteurella pestis, which is a bacteria. Okay, it is mainly spread through the bacteria. Pasteurella pestis ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Next is louse or a lice, head lice irtavalla louse. Okay, it causes a typhus fever and the causative agent is Rickettsia. It is also bacteria. It causes the bacterial disease causes fever, typhus fever, and mainly louse, head louse. Okay, hail anta karitaralla kannadanga. House flies nimge ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, commonly causes typhoid andre it will spread the cholera. Okay, and Vibrio cholera is mainly also a particularly the causative agent. Okay, Vibrio cholera is a causative agent and it spreads the cholera. Housefly usually spreads this all. Okay, even the typhoid, Salmonella typhi, the bacteria that may be also carried by, that spread by housefly and caused by Salmonella typhi, right? So usually these are all causative insects which causes different diseases in human being, either the carrier of bacteria, virus, protozoa, nematode, athara ella carry ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. Okay, different insects will carry them and spread the disease. At least few important you must remember for not even ಇದೇ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ MCQs ನ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನೀವು ಕೊಡೋ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಏನಾದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ನೀಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅದ ಇದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅದ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೋತ್ particularly the syllabus for competitive examination. Only we are not only concentrating on the theory part, we also here give importance for solving the objectives. So today's assignment will be completely objectives I am giving whatever I have explained to you, and the answer of this I will give you in the next class. So we will discuss these answers in the next class. Whatever I have explained you in today's class, I will give the objectives on this, which I have prepared by I have only prepared the questions. Okay, so I will only write it down. See, today's assignment questions I am giving only objectives because whatever I have explained in today's class, that is only required to solve the objective questions. So let us see here. Questions are: find out true insect. Okay, true insect from the following. Option A spider, B ticks, C mites, and lepisma. D option lepisma. The answers for this I will discuss in the next class. Wingless insect, cuttlefish, devilfish, silverfish, and or all. Gradual or parametabolous type of metamorphosis occurs in dragonfly, lepisma, silkworm, and cockroach. Next, mouth parts in cockroach are: option A biting and chewing type, B sponging type, C siphoning type, and fourth option piercing and sucking type. Here I have given match the column 1 with column 2. Here these are, you can understand, and that's why I have not written what this column represent. Okay, that also you have to make out what this column is, then you easily you can write understand. Malpighian tubule, green gland, coxal gland. Here I have written scorpion, prawn and insects, and here the options have been given. You have to choose the correct option. Last question remaining, sixth question I am telling you, match the column 1 with column 2. What exactly this column 1 represent you all are knowing. So tracheal system, book gills and book lungs, and here options have been given in the column 2 you have to match. Limulus, scorpion and insects, and here I have written all the options. You have to solve it, and in next class I will discuss the answer for that.